Happy video day, guys. Christina, Brooke here. Today I'm so excited. So I finally got the Pat McGrath mini palette to show you guys. So today we're gonna be testing out the mini Pat McGrath Midnight Voyage. This is her newest size palettes. These are mini tiny itty bitty palettes. They are itty bitty, okay? So that is definitely one thing I can tell you guys from the beginning of this video. These are tiny, tiny, tiny palettes. But there is a lot that I want to share with you guys. I'm kind of shocked. I'll be honest. I'm kind of shocked. I think that this formula is so good. I hope I don't ruin the whole video for you, but literally I am shocked by how Pat McGrath was able to really put her real formula into this palette, or at least a standout formula inside of these minis. So there is a lot to go over in today's video. We are going to be creating this eye look. I'll be giving you guys my thoughts, and yeah, there's so much to talk about. But of course, if you are not subscribed already, please don't forget to go ahead and hit subscribe. I am so excited that we hit 18,000 on the channel, and I am like so grateful to you guys for doing that for me. And yeah, let's keep it going. But either way, let's go ahead and let's dive into this. I'll show you guys the eye look, give you my thoughts, and let's start right now. So this is the newest size palette from Pat McGrath. This is called the Mini Eyeshadow Palette Midnight Voyage. So it's $29 US, available at Sephora right now. And in the description, what it says is a mini mirrored eyeshadow compact inspired by Pat's most loved shades and textures. So just so you know that this palette does have 5 existing shades from her line. There's only one brand new shade in here. So it is a limited edition palette. So this is not going to be around forever. The brand new shade is one called Bronze Venus. It does say that it's ultra pigmented shades. They deliver maximum payoff. It is a 3-gram eyeshadow palette, and I will go over all the different shades for you guys so you guys know what palettes they're coming from. On the back, it does say that it has an 18-month lifespan, and it's made in Italy like all of her other palettes, which is great to know. So as I told you guys in my Make Up Your Mind, in this mini, there is 3 shades coming from Bronze Seduction. So these 3 shades, 1, 2, 3, these outer corner shades right here, all 3 of those are actually coming from Bronze Seduction, which I have right here to show you guys. So if you guys can see, those 3 shades are coming directly out of here. You can tell they're kind of similar. Actually, they're placed almost in the same place. Do you see that? That's actually interesting. So they're placed in the same place. They are the exact same shade. Swatch those shades up against this one to kind of see if the formula is exactly the same for you guys. But yeah, those 3 are coming from there. Then we have 1 shade coming out of Divine Rose 2, and we have 1 brand new shade to her lineup and 1 shade coming out of Submersive. So those are all the shades, and as you guys can tell, 5 of the shades are actually coming from existing palettes, and there's only 1 brand new shade. I will tell you guys, the brand new shade is nothing special. I'll just say that from now. It's a really pretty shade, but I don't think it's something that we don't have already in our collection in different brands. Okay, let's quickly swatch this palette, and let's start off with this beautiful color up here, and this is what it looks like. That is a beautiful inner corner highlight, super creamy. Let's grab the next one in line, and this is a beautiful matte. That also feels really creamy. I'm gonna have to do a double swatch on that one. Yeah, that feels like a really nice formula. Then let's grab this one up on the corner. So this is the brand new shade, and it really is not super unique, to be honest. It's just like kind of like a bronze that has a little bit more of like this orangey feel to it. I don't think it's like super unique, but I like the color. I think the color is absolutely stunning. I definitely would use this color, especially now in the summer. It's a nice, you know, bronzy shade. Then let's grab this one right here, and this is what it looks like. Really nice purple. This is a really deep, rich purple, and I really like this shade. I've used it a lot in Bronze Seduction. This one right here is this beautiful like mauve-y tone. This is, oh, that formula is insane. Look how that dragged. That is gorgeous. And then the final shade is this one. This one actually has a little bit more like little glitters in it and everything. It's a little bit more crumbly, and it has a lot more glitters in it. So it has a really nice, beautiful, special effect to it, which is different from some of the other ones that have a little bit more of like just a metallic. So I would just say that it seems like this one, and this one are more of a metallic, and this one has a lot more glitter to it, and these 2 are nice mattes. So those are the colors inside of the new palette. But now that I've kind of gone over the details, you guys know where we're going here. Let me zoom in, show you guys how I created this eye look. You also get some 411 on what I'm thinking about the formula, and then I'll give you guys final thoughts. All right, so we're zoomed in. Mini Midnight Voyage. Let's try it out. I think what we'll do is we'll start off with this shade right here. Let's put that all over. Where should we put it? Let's put it in the crease. Let's put it in the crease and let's just play with it there first. That's pretty. All right, let's grab this purpley shade right here. And let's put that in the inner pore. Ooh, that is so pretty. So this one was from the Submersive palette, I believe it was. This shade is so gorgeous. I don't own this one, so I'm happy to have that in my collection. That is pretty. So let's put this one right next to it. Let's put that in the inner portion. Blend them into each other. So I'm just gonna finish off the whole lid with this purple. On the outer edge, I'm just gonna grab this dark purple, which this one is from the Bronze Seduction palette. So I have this purple, but let's see how it is in the mini form. And that looks really good. So that's blending great. This is reminding me a lot of the one inside Bronze Seduction. If anything, I even feel like it's blending out a little bit better than the one that I have. I don't know if it's because my palette's a little older, maybe it's a little drier already. This one feels like it's blending out even better than that one. So that's good. And then let's grab this guy one more time. It's really nice. Okay, so I have a few more shades that I need to use, so I think I'm just gonna use them because I kind of want to like just play with this palette, make sure all these shades kind of work good. That's looking really pretty. Grab this light shade right here. That Pat always puts a color like this in all of her palettes, so I actually don't mind that because I do like this shade for inner corner work, and it's always nice to have something to brighten out the eye looks with. And her palettes typically have like darker tones for my skin tone, so this does help to kind of like lighten things up for me. That's really pretty. So to me, that's looking really, really nice. So far, the shades have been working really good. I really like the metallics in here. They have that really nice punch to them. So far, so good. So the shade that I have left is this bronze shade, and I think what I'll do is I'll run that on the lower lash line to test it. Wow. That's a really nice shade as well. And then let's blend that. That's looking so cool. Okay. So I'm gonna grab a little bit more of this deep purple and kind of add that to the lower lash line just to kind of, you know, obviously I usually wouldn't use that metallic on the lower lash line. I just wanted to test out the formula. So I'm just gonna deepen out this, you know, lower V just to kind of give it a more of a color that I typically put on the lower lash line. Tie it back into the top. I kind of like that. Okay, give me 1 second. Mascara, liner, finish off this look, lipstick, and I'll give you guys some thoughts. But so far, so good. It's the moment of truth. What do I think about this palette? Okay, so guys, I like this so much. I really wanted to just test the formula and see what these minis were all about for future, because if she continues with this, you know, setup, I'm going to buy them. So I wanted to see if it was any good, even though I already knew 3 of these shades I already own. So I own half this palette, okay? But I also thought it could be interesting in a mini version. And I have to say, guys, this is so, so good. This palette has amazing pigmentation. It has that amazing Pat Mcgrath formula. These metallics glisten to the lids. Like, look at how much pack of pigment and punch this has. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this mini beats the Natasha Denona minis, which is kind of insane for me to say because I love Natasha Denona's formula. But there is just something about the pack of punch in these metallics that I feel like every single one of them, so good. There's absolutely no dud in this palette. The 2 mattes blended beautifully. I actually even think that this matte right here, the purple, is better than the one in the Bronze Seduction. Now the one in the Bronze Seduction, I don't know, like I said, if I've had it for so many years or whatnot, but it feels a little drier. Just be that it's brand new and it has never been used and it hasn't been sitting out in the air for so long, but I love the purple in here. I think it did an amazing outer V work, like it just really blended out so well. The metallics, gorgeous. I love the difference in the hues of the metallics in here. They're not too close together, which sometimes Pat McGrath does for me, that I feel like they're just like, I wish that they were a little bit more separated in color. I think that these are beautiful. Loving the blending shade. I loved it in also the Bronze Seduction, so I'm happy with that. Loving that it has an inner corner highlight. I think that this is such a good little mini. I also love this compact. This is so much better than her little mini that she released for holiday. I wasn't so like in love with that. I thought it looked kind of cheapy, to be honest. This looks more well thought out. It looks more quality. Yes, it's super, super tiny. No, we're not talking about luxury here. But look, this is very similar to like what Huda Beauty is doing. Huda Beauty compared to Pat McGrath, we're talking very different price points here. You know, a Pat McGrath palette costs you upward of $120 something, whereas a Huda Beauty palette can cost you $65 for her larger palettes. That's basically half the price. And this little mini right here, even though it's $29, that is expensive. You just have to compare it to the brand itself. It's actually a pretty good deal, because I personally just don't go through that much eyeshadow, to be honest. I just don't. And these little tiny pans are going to last me so, so long. And I paid $29, and this is a very similar formula, if not the exact same one. So I think that this is pretty amazing. I actually like this size. I would love it if she came out with a lot of these. If she continued with these, I would be like in heaven. Also, the color selection's so good. So even though I have Bronze Seduction, we've talked about this before. These palettes weigh a ton. I would never travel with this. I would never like take it out of my house. I actually took it with me to the Keys once, and it was so weighty in my bag that I was like, I will never do that again. I love this little option to throw in a makeup case, to throw in a makeup case, to take on vacation with you, or even just for a travel-friendly option. Or let's be honest, if you don't feel like taking out that super weighting compact, this is like ideal. I also love that these colors all work good together. I can't wait to do my 5-day challenge because I feel like I can do a lot of looks here. We can go in a bronzier way and not even play with the purples. But yeah, you can go in the purple direction. You could do a bronzy with a purple. You could do a purple with a purple, which is kind of like what I did today. I think I could do a few different looks, which I'm gonna like, because I like this color story, right? So I wanna see this of Divine Rose 1, the first edition. I think that that would be the most beautiful little mini. I also have to say that I love this mirror. What an idea, what a great idea, a square mirror. I can see my entire eyelid. This mirror is so good. It's tiny, but it is good. It gives you enough space of your face. It's not those little straight lined mirrors that are just so annoying. It reminds me a lot of, like I said, the Huda Beauty palettes, just like a tiny version of it, right? A tiny version of the Huda Beauty palettes. You're getting 9 shades in here, you're getting 6 in here. They're similar. I mean, obviously this one's smaller, but like this is like a very similar idea. And I've told you guys forever that I love the way Huda does her minis. I think this is the ideal size of a palette. I think it has a beautiful mirror. It's just so well thought out. There's no separation in between the shades, so that it's not like so much wasted space that it's annoying. Pat McGrath took a little lesson from the Huda Beauty playbook and created a mini version of that with her amazing formula, and I think that this is a knockout. I also love that this is plastic. It makes it so much more travel friendly and also gives us a little bit more like, okay, I'm paying for that, rather than doing a cardboard or anything like that you're like, ugh, you know, I paid so much money for a cardboard. This feels more worth it. I don't know, it feels more worth it. Yes, it is tiny. Yes, it is a high price tag, but considering the brand, I think it was a really good one, and I like this. So you guys can tell I like this. So I'm just telling you, if you think the price tag is high, it is. Considered to the brand, it's not that bad, and the quality is so good. She keeps doing this size in different color ranges. I think I would buy them all, and literally it would take up no space in my makeup cabinet, and I would have this amazing formula this has me very excited. So let's compare the formula really quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch up here. So this one here this is the metallic cream color coming from this palette. And then I'm gonna grab it straight out of this palette right here. Yeah, definitely looks like a similar formula. It may not be 100% exact. I do think that this one had a little bit of a more creaminess to the metallic, but the color payoff and the shininess is basically identical. If anything, I would even think that this top one coming from the mini palette is just a tad bit more bright, so that's interesting. So then let's grab this color right here, which I actually think swatches better than the original. So I'm gonna double swatch really quickly. So there we go. And then I'm gonna grab it out of the mothership. And let's see. Yeah, that's basically identical. That shade is basically identical. Like I said, I do think that this one's blending just a little bit better, and it could just be that I've had the other one for so much time. And then let's grab this last one right here, which is another matte. And let's see, that's beautiful, really nice pigment. And let's grab it from the original mothership. And that one also feels identical. So definitely the mattes in this palette are exactly the same. All right, so this shade right here that's coming out of Divine Rose 2, I actually found a very similar shade inside of the Celestial Odyssey, which released for holiday. So I will show you guys first. This one here is the shade coming out of the brand new palette. Look how beautiful. And this one is the one coming out of Celestial Odyssey. You see how there is a very similar shade there. It's not identical, but it's similar. And I will say that I like the mini palette's formula better. I almost feel like the one in the Celestial Odyssey I had to go over a few times. So yeah, I like this. So just playing with just a few of the shades, comparing them to her original metallic formula. This is creamy. This blends beautiful. This gives you amazing glisten. I love this. That has me very excited for the way the brand might end up expanding into a bigger market. So anyways, leave me your comments down below if you picked up this palette. Do you love it? Do you also think that it has a very similar formula? And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.